It is July 1st, so June is officially over. Um, at the beginning of the month, I I posted a post I didn't realize would be as divisive as it ended up being for me, and leading to a lot of basically hateful comments throughout the month. Almost daily, having to go back to this post and just delete comments or not delete them. I'd usually just report them and then block the person, because that at least left the option for me to do what I'm about to do, where I'm about to basically just go back through and, examine some of these comments because I can't believe not only the spectrum of hate, I guess, was on display, but also the, I don't know, just complete disconnect from individual rights even being a concept for some of these people. Because a lot of these people, like at the I guess less crazy end of the spectrum, they were just saying things like, "Hey, why do I have to see this? I don't care that it's Pride Month, whatever." Basically, the comments are along the lines of like, "Why isn't there a straight Pride Month? Why isn't there a white Pride Month?" That kind of thinking. There were a lot of comments like that where I think it's just ignorance, where those people don't understand that the point of it there being a Pride Month isn't to, like, rub it in anyone else's face, it's to celebrate the fact that equal rights are supposed to actually exist for those groups of people now. But some of these comments will kind of point out and prove, like, the more extreme end of the spectrum comments I'm talking about, basically answer the question that less crazy end of the spectrum was asking of why should there be a Pride Month? Why should these things exist? And why does attention need to be drawn to these things still? Why aren't we to the point of just, well, ignore it and let it be and don't draw any attention to, the need for equal representation or equal rights? But a lot of these comments really prove that it's not as close as people really think sometimes. So I'm going to recap the post first, and then I plan to go through the comments and kind of take stock of where each comment comes from geographically. I want to see if they're more from the South, more from the Midwest, more from East Coast, more from the West Coast, if one state stands out, or if there's, a large portion that are from an international audience as well, because I think there are some that were from other countries as well, if I remember right. So we'll go through these. The post, though, read Happy LBGTQ plus Pride Month! Exclamation. You know, Nothing too controversial. I said, remember to treat others as you would like to be treated. Also not too controversial. Just a basic rule of thumb for how everybody should treat each other, I thought. And then I, jokingly said, unless they've got a bounty on them, because my character, Maul Walker, is a bounty hunter within the Star Wars universe. Then I make reference to that as well by saying Mandalorians are stronger together, and that basically just meant, regardless of individuals' differences, not judging those and being able to look past the ones that maybe aren't for you, but don't really affect you, so you shouldn't have a problem with someone else doing that. That it's better if people could actually do that, because then be stronger together. That's the whole point. Uh, but after this post started to go, the first week or two, really after probably the first few days, I did this first update and said, the amount of religiously indoctrinated, intolerant, and hateful people that cannot live and let live has really surprised me. I figured this post would allow the asses to show their asses. Just know your hateful comments will be deleted and you'll be blocked. No room for that here. Uh, didn't delete them. Still have them. We're gonna go over them. And then update two. After a little while, this was probably 2.5 weeks into June. I said, feeling really spicy after all the continued hatred I've received. If you leave a comment and you're an asshole, just know I'll be calling you out in a video to wrap up Pride Month. This is that video. And then a picture associated with it, to go with the theme of Happy Pride Month and to kick off the month on June 1st was myself and my Maul Walker cosplay with the Happy Pride Month background. That was, it's easily created on Lenza. Anyone could do it. And it's like, I don't understand why anyone would have a problem with this picture. There's nothing in this picture offensive to me outright, but when you see some of these comments, I don't know. So here we go. We're going straight to the hidden by this page comments. Nathan Lewis here. He said, fuck Pride Month. When the fuck is Straight Month? Right there, that's along those same lines of, to me, you should realize he obviously isn't aware of the fact that it's still being treated like that. I don't get it. And then Erling Lee, facts about LGBT they will not tell you. And what now? Take me back. No, but let's see, what did he say? That was another thing. A lot of these people just posted the same meme templates that they had of some sort in the comments, and then I'd delete it or block it, and then it would pop up again the next day. And it was clear that these are things that must have been circulating around social media or something right now. I don't know. They're being used by a lot of the same people for the same reasons, clearly. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Back to the hidden ones. Yeah, basically a list of reasons that he disagrees with it. And some of them are spiritually based, which I can't agree with, because you can't just use your religion to tell other people how to live their lives. Let's see. Brett Contreras. Yep. Just straight up F that gay shit. So, a lot of these people aren't very articulate. They don't really have much to say, and they're just lashing out. So that kind of proves the point that there still are a lot of people out there that are not tolerant and are very, I don't know, conniving or not outright in real life about how they would treat someone. But in a situation like this, where they feel they can get away with it, they say these things and kind of really reveal who they are. What are you proud of? Another one, kind of just passive aggressive, not understanding the whole point. Boycott Pride 2023. Yeah, this is one that you'll see quite a few times. ban it. Apparently, you can ban just a month. Disgusting and promoting sin. This is another thing that will kind of come up a lot that I don't understand because, once again, you have to assume that the person you're talking to just believes the same thing as you. And that's not, I don't think that's already pointing out that you don't care for individuals' rights. Mental health is so sad. That's not very productive either. Another person just says gross. Throw up emoji by CB Bolin. Poop down her thumb, and then middle finger. That's some good storytelling with emojis. Watch this, you confuse sickos. And then he gave us a nice little reel link here. I probably watched it, but don't remember what it was. There were quite a few of those. Pride is unholiness before God. This is a theme that you're going to see quite a bit. This whole assuming that everyone has to believe the same thing as you, so they're going to be treated by some set of rules that you live your life by. More memes. Let's see, this guy, Adam Twig, posts quite a few memes, if I remember right. Yeah. Really kind of showing what people are still acting like, you know? It's not as cut and dry as like things being over, I guess, and peace being just there. I don't understand why people still act like this, but that's the whole reason I'm here. Just trying to look back at it. Trying to figure out, or I guess try to figure out some reason for this. Yeah, and then see, there were quite a few of these too. This template of using a pride post like background and then putting something contrary to it in your text. Kind of draw, I think maybe to try to get people to leave the comment up a little longer so they could get their point out. I don't know. Middle finger emojis, real productive. Oh, yeah. This video that was posted quite a few times too. And if I remember right, it was also debunked as even being true, as the sound not being real. But all right. Then let's see, just a gif of Jack Nicholson's Joker. At least he chose well. I like Jack Nicholson's Joker. Nothing to be proud of. Once again, misunderstanding the whole point. Happy and proud to be white and not gay. See, this is a weird, like, little crossroads that started to pop up that I noticed. Or I guess this meeting point between people that would bring up white pride for some reason and not gay or straight, pride as being things that they wish they could celebrate. Really weird. To me, it kind of points out that maybe they're a little bit racist and homophobic, but, kind of weird that thing is still just so blatantly out there. This guy, Bill, says, "Fuck Queer Pride Month. You are not special, just queer." Wow. So see, once again, misunderstanding the point of what the Pride Month is about. It's about the fact that being allowed to exist and not have to fear for your safety or anything like that in a public space, for the most part. I work security at a gay-owned nightclub in Indianapolis, and I do that and know that it is still risky. All bars still have danger, but there's still these kind of people out there, and some of these comments are not a joke. Some of them are ridiculous. It's not pride, it's attention. Shake my head, guess what I find it offensive. You all want equality. I'll play you little childish games. So this person, I mean, his English was a little weird. Um, that's all right. I guess you can disagree with it or find it offensive, but that's it. That's like that's all you can do. That is equality. Other than that, everything else should be the same, and you don't get any different rights. So I don't understand. Like a lot of these people kind of acted like they don't want to see this post or they don't want to see these things, and that they wish it would just go away. But they don't just scroll on. They go out of their way to engage in a conversation that they supposedly don't want to have. Good for you. Now get Jesus by Stephen Bennett here. See another one just instantly assuming that I have to be religious, or anyone that would be posting that or thinking in that way of, hey, equality for people that, may be lesbian, gay, bi, transsexual, asexual, intersex, that any of those people should have any different access to healthcare or any different freedoms, which are actively being kind of taken away, which is kind of sad. So it's weird that people are so far out there. Some of these posts, I'll speed up a little bit though. Puffers and ringers. This one I was kind of like, okay, weird. Down thumb. Thank God the month is almost over. Once again, assuming we care about God. James Michael Sigler brought up this thing. This is another, I guess, meme template that kept coming up, referring to Groomer Month, which is kind of weird because a lot of people that I know, at least within this community, don't want kids. They don't want kids of their own at all, and really don't want, like myself. I don't want anything to do with kids. I love my niece and nephews, and that's enough. I don't want to have my own kids to have to take care of. I want to live my life and just have fun and do what I want to do, and that's all right to choose to live your life that way. A lot of people do, but it's just a weird notion. And here comes more of that. Sexualizing Star Wars for kids. Hashtag woke. I don't get how I sexualize Star Wars at all by wearing my Mandalorian armor and supporting Pride Month. Trick or treat. You're in the wrong month, Ronald. It's not October yet. But I will have a Halloween post if you want to come back for that, Ronald. Michael Harden. Let's see. Stop sex crimes against kids. Ooh. What does that have to do with my post, though? Block me? Okay, I did, but I don't understand why you would even come onto the post to say that instead of just going on and ignoring it. Clowns. Wow, Stanley from The Office taking a nap. I do like The Office, though, so that was kind of funny. Looking like a regular Sodom and Gomorrah. More religious references. That one will come up quite a bit more. Just bull. Some of these comments were also me basically blocking people that tried to engage with others in negative ways. Because some people commented positively, supporting the post, or just supporting Pride Month and saying Happy Pride Month. And then there were people like Curtis Comby here who, harass those supporters and tell them things like get help. So those were also people that got blocked, and their comments then put in this list here. Alphabet group, kind of a dumb, weak insult, I guess. Not. Another kind of weak post. I don't get. You literally came here with no profile picture just to put a capital not. How about not having another sexuality forced on me? I don't think anything's being forced on you just because a few people in your life, because it's definitely not everybody in your life, but it'll be a portion, are saying Happy Pride Month because of the fact that they're celebrating they don't have to hide who they are and what their sexuality is. But they're definitely not saying, hey, my sexuality or this sexuality is what you have to practice or what you have to feel is right. I mean, if you don't. It's not being forced on you. John Willis, it's God's rainbow. This is another notion that comes up a lot that I didn't realize was a thing. A lot of people talking about how the rainbow belongs to God and stop trying to take it. I'm like, once again, religion. Shut up, keep your pride in the closet where it belongs. See, that's one of those posts where I was like, ooh, you're clearly just a purely hateful person. Because you're trying to go straight for one of those things. It's like a classic insult of some sort. And some of these comments were just instant block and ignore. Just people posting their portions that they enjoy of scripture. Which I guess, I mean, I don't mind if you're a believer. If you go to church, if you believe, that is fine. But you cannot take something that is a 2,000-year-old book and try to make everyone else believe and practice whatever parts of it you enjoy, especially after it's been translated and retranslated into different languages in different versions with books cut out of it and some parts never put in the original version. To me, I don't think you should use religion to argue this point, because you have to acknowledge the fact that freedom of religion is a thing, so you can't be forcing yours on others. Here we go with that again. This one's here's a unique combination. I think this is the only one I got where they were kind of groomer and religion at the same time. God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That was one of those classic sayings that I hadn't seen posted, I think, until that comment. So that was only 5 days ago. So towards the end of the month. Men's Health Month, not Pride bullshit. Wow. And then see, look here, another closet reference. Get back in that closet. When you're the prettiest girl in the entire gender neutral bathroom. What's funny is, like, a lot of bars that I've been to that are more progressive do just have gender neutral bathrooms, and people just go in there, they take a piss in the stall, and they leave. Like it's a normal thing, like a normal bathroom. Surprising, right? And then let's see, Jeffrey Cadman here, just turd emojis and air emojis. Dino here, nice name, almost kind of makes me think of dinosaurs. One of my favorite things, but you're definitely not one of them. You say just dumb shits, period. That's very productive, you didn't really explain anything. So I don't understand why you even took the time to say that. Well, boycott Star Wars now, too. Fuck woke, go broke. So, this guy, I think, is dumb enough to think that my streaming cosplay, just, independent page that represents me just having fun with my hobbies, represents Star Wars somehow as a whole, and that he needs to boycott it. So So I don't think that one needs any further explanation. He's just purely dumb. Um, Ronnie here just says perverts. There's no pride in mutilating kids. This is one thing that came up a few times too, where I was like, I don't understand what he's referring to, because this is them just arguing about a specific thing that they want to argue about that had nothing to do with my post, which was celebrating equal rights. Just the Grim Reaper, which I don't know how you take that. Is that a threat? I don't know. What is that? I don't want to see this BS commercial. Then scroll on. Why are you commenting? Another person with the name Blaze. What a cool name if you weren't such an asshole. Just says groomers. Let's see. Jamie Turner, just poop emojis. Charles Lowry says, don't you mean happy, perverted, sick-minded abominations to God month? Once again, what if you're not religious? What if you don't believe there is a God? It's fine if you do, but you can't then treat others that don't believe that lesser, like their rights are lesser. You can count on finding out in the end God doesn't accept any genders but those he created, males and females. You know those born... This is once again getting into a whole entire specific argument where they just want to talk about something when all I'm celebrating is equal rights for people, which is kind of crazy, and it's very religiously motivated, as you can tell. Leave us normal people alone, please. This was another notion that kind of got me thinking, because there were quite a few people that said normal or used normal to describe things. And what is normal other than just what is accepted? And there's a difference between what is generally accepted and, like, out in public, you know, these people wouldn't act this way. They wouldn't be these big of assholes in public and talk this way to real people. They only act this way because it's the internet. And they think that they get to determine what is societally allowed and considered normal. So for them, they're picking and choosing what normal is. And it's insane. Some people's disconnect from, I guess, understanding everybody has their own rights and you have your own right to do what you want, but you don't have the right to dictate what others are doing. Joe Ziegler here. Why do you have to make Star Wars about this in the first place? That should be the bigger question. I'm not making Star Wars about anything. I'm a big Star Wars fan and, you know, cosplayer, gamer that happens to cosplay Star Wars, and my main character, clearly my namesake for this page, is a Star Wars character. So yeah, I used my cosplay with my Happy Pride Month post. To me, that's my individual character, myself, saying Happy Pride Month. That doesn't seem like doing anything wrong, I guess, if that answers the bigger question for you. Actually, normal straight sex is not only the way, it is the only way to procreate. So this is another one that makes it about procreation, which is kind of weird because I know that even with normal straight sex, you're not always trying to procreate, are you? You're not trying to get pregnant every time. So that argument kind of already is moot. So, I mean, unless this guy just every time, he's just trying to make a kid every time. That's the only reason he does it. Jeff Harshbarger brings the rainbow back into it. Rainbow is a sign of God's mercy, not a symbol of humanity's confusion. Well, the only person assigning it to humanity's confusion is you. He put another one here. Another meme. This one comes up a few times. And see, here's another one, the Street Pride one. See, Jeff was one of those guys that just posted a bunch of memes. See, and this is another one where he's saying that just because he disagrees with other people's choices, that they're in a psychosis. That's interesting. And then also, this is one you'll see come up quite a few times, which I'm like, where did I even have this conversation at all? Well, Jeff just kept going. He's kind of ridiculous. And this was the weird cross section I started to notice. Like I said, a little bit of like racism, a little bit of nationalism, and a little bit of homophobia, kind of all intertwined to create Jeff Harshbarger. He just keeps going. But then you see here's the religious side of it too, coming into it. Good movie, at least. I mean, this was just a real simple but dumb one. Tribulation is coming. Cool. Once again, thinking that everyone's religious. The dark side, that one I was like, I guess you were trying to be some weird sort of not as insulting as some of these people. Bunch of middle fingers. More of the thing that was debunked and posted as with some fake audio earlier in this too. Let's see. More memes. This is R.W. Wayne. I think he does quite a few in a row too. Oh. More weird nationalism, religion stuff coming together here. I don't know. Stop trying to shove this crap down our throats. In fact, we need to have straight Pride Month because without us, y'all wouldn't be here. See, this is a weird thing too, is they kind of forget that within that community they're referring to, there are plenty of people that, like bisexuals, still can procreate. So I don't understand the notion of what they're saying there. And stop trying to shove this down our throats. You came to the post and commented on it. You could have just kept scrolling. This comic will come up a few times. No thanks, liberal fruit tarts. So even assuming like viewpoints, which I mean my own really somewhere in the middle. I mean, I'm more so just for independent rights. What a bunch of fools. That's kind of a weird passive one. I don't understand what he was trying to do there. Oh my. Rainbow dumpster. Oh no. Did I lose my post? I'll be right back there. See, this was all the way back at the beginning in June, and all of June, I just kept getting notifications for this post and people complaining. A lot of, sorry, it wasn't all complaining. There were some people that were, on the other side of that, being very supportive and being, celebrating Pride Month too. Like those were the other comments, though, not in the list that we're looking at. So let's get back where we left off. So look at this. It was like never ending all month. Every day, at least like 3 to 4 comments minimum of the negative variety. And there'd be a few of the positive variety too on the same post. Okay, here we go. Where did we leave? See, here's where you're starting to see a lot of those same memes, like I was saying. Yeah, the rainbow things. There's the rainbow dumpster we left off on. It was pride that changed angels into devils. That's one where I'm like, the religious thing being brought into it again, when you're just assuming that everyone has to believe the same thing as you. Yeah, this was a really weird one. Democrats' way of defending the police, ... because the pride flag represents hatred towards the police, and I don't stand for it. It's total BS. This guy, I don't know if he was just drunk or if he was just, maybe he's really old and going senile or something. This guy just said pedo. This guy said, go woke, go broke. I guess referring to Disney or Star Wars, because a cosplayer wearing a Star Wars themed Mandalorian suit happened to say Happy Pride Month. See, these are the people that think women can become men. See, another one that goes into it with a clear agenda of what they want to talk about, when I was literally just trying to celebrate equal rights. Wasn't he shot down and killed? I don't understand. Much like Sodom and Gomorrah for their wicked doings. Don't know who he's referring to. Disgusting bullshit. Disgrace. Proud of what? An abominable lifestyle. See here. We got a comic of a guy getting his skull cap sawed off with an old school saw, and then having a brain transplant for poop. And then Happy Pervert Month for mentally ill. Good job, Janice. Get off my timeline with your cult. Cult? What are you talking about? Just because someone celebrates equal rights during a whole, a month that is, what, nationally, internationally, world recognized at this point? Except for, some of those countries still are the reason these kind of things need to be celebrated, because in some of these places, you don't have these equal rights. Don't tell the sexual deviants that we don't care. It's all holly weird crap produced to appease the mentally impaired. Once again, this guy must be a little dumb and think that for some reason that my post and page has something to do with Hollywood. Glad this month is about over. That was a week ago, so you still had a whole week to go. God bless. Jesus loves you. More of the same religious, just here it is. This guy just said fuck you, but for some reason censored himself. I did not put those stars there. He did that. Here we go. Another one of the posts that uses like a Pride Month background and then says something trying to be negative. Don't forget to thank a straight person this month for your existence. Once again, discounting the fact that bisexual human beings exist and could clearly then create kids. Brian Clark, F off. Wow, okay, Brian. Those were actually instructions for you too, though, while I was reading your comment. Pride cometh before a fall. And then I guess this is a gif of a guy falling. So religion combined with modern day giving. Thumbs down and clowns. The same straight the same straight pride post. Just this time it has a little it's okay to be straight at the bottom. It's also okay to be whatever you wanna be, which is the whole point. Protect the pedophile month. I don't understand that. If anything, it's not church month. It was Pride Month. It was LGBTQ plus Pride Month. It wasn't Catholic Church hide the priest month. More like confused month. Straight pride. Wow. More of that. And that guy, unfortunately, look at that. Jason Carney, I'm really sick of hearing about your guys' sex habits. Christ, how narcissistic can you be? No one was discussing sex habits. They were literally discussing equal rights for different ways of living. I mean, because some of these couples couldn't have the same legal opportunities that a married straight couple would have without these things being treated equally. Let's see. Oh man. Let's get back to that. That guy, he posted, I had it translated before. I forget what it said, but it was something along the lines of calling me the devil, or calling, I guess, anyone celebrating Pride Month the devil. I forget what the translation was. Oh my god. Yeah, 503 comments, but don't worry guys, they're not all negative. Some of those were positive. Let's get back down to the last negative one though. Let's see here. Yep. Just laughing. Happy Straight Pride Month. More of that sentiment. Should call it Mental Health Month. Wow, first time that's been said. No, it's a moral bunch who thinks it's a good thing. It's a sin to mankind and evolution. So this one I actually found interesting because they kind of referred to religion and evolution together, which I don't normally see a lot. But I guess maybe that's like a progressive believer? I don't know. Proud to be straight and American. Wow. Good for you. I'm glad that you're proud, but that's allowed. That's fine. No one's ever had a problem with those things. Facebook sucks with pride. I mean, you're on a public forum. People are gonna post what they want to post. Just like how if you go outside, you might see someone wearing a shirt you dislike. I mean, you're gonna have to get over it. I mean, I guess you could cry about it, but you're really just wasting your own energy. Just throwing up faces, shove your Pride Month, me trying to relax and enjoy a movie, and then apparently Hollywood giving them an agenda, which once again, I'm not Hollywood, am I? And then pitiful Antifa's new look. Apparently Antifa's gonna run around in Maul armor now, supporting Pride Month, according to Pat Mullins. Happy HIV Month, abhorrent and vile lifestyles. Thanks. Oh, this is one that comes up a lot here soon too. Pride Month slowly morphing into demon, and it being, you know, rainbow at the bottom once it's just demon being highlighted. Pedos, let's see here. In the lake of fire you will go. We don't care about, I mean, it's just annoying how many times people assume everyone has to be religious. No thanks. More memes. More memes, kind of using the template and then putting words that are clearly against it. This one where it's like, okay, just what? Because you had to see something on Facebook? Because you had to scroll by something on Facebook? Thank a straight person today for your existence. We've already addressed that. This was kind of your own doing, because I've never seen anyone else put these together. Train your boys to be men before your enemies. Train them to be women. This is some weird conspiracy stuff, talking about agendas that don't exist and people out to get you. This is a picture that'll come up a lot too. Oh, Granny. Here's my cat. Some poop emojis. Just fuck off. Happy straight day month. I don't understand why he said day and month. And see, here's a good point. This one I think is only here because I had to hide some of the comments back to him. But Michael pointed out something good. He said, gay pride was not born of a need to celebrate being gay, but our right to exist without persecution. So instead of wondering why there isn't a straight pride movement, be thankful you don't need one, which is the whole point I was trying to say with the kind of contrarianism point that people, when people say, what about straight pride month? You're missing the point. No one's ever persecuted anybody for that. So you don't really have like there's no, I mean, you're celebrating it all the time. There's never been a reason to hide it. See, don't force your religion on me, starter pack. And then apparently, yeah, well, look at a lot of these comments. If it's not them forcing religion, what is it? Here's the demon month post again. Happy hate straight month. This is a weird sentiment here because I don't think anyone celebrating Pride Month is celebrating it to hate straight people. More religious. Queers from Hell month. That was a weird one. A weird movie title. Nope. That same meme about the swastika. Fred just says no. Jeffrey says poop emoji. May you stop forcing any kind of sex on the children. Once again, where was that conversation at all in my post? And then this was a really weird one where they brought in their own conservative political beliefs into this whole thing. And so let's get Biden to quit plus Harris, I guess. That's what they're trying to say. More Bible verses. More memes. More of the same memes. More of the same memes. This meme was at least kind of funny, at least, you know, even though he's clearly putting it because he's an ass. Yeah, more memes. And see, this is something where it's like people want to act like there's no there's no persecution, there's no threat. Why is there need to even be a month? Why does it need acknowledged? This dude, what does he mean by this? I mean, I can only take a few meanings from it, and none of them are very positive at all, and they're all very clearly very illegal and harmful to an individual. So you're you're clearly up to something bad. More of the same, more of the same, more of the same. This one's just here because I had to block some of the replies. More of the same. This comment, more of the religious pride goeth for the fall stuff, where I was like, just stop trying to think or force, I guess, your religious beliefs on others. I thought that was something that was pretty well known by now. Okay. Anyway, though, you guys kind of get the point. There's so many more. That's 190 of 355 on one post. I've got a whole other post that I posted at the halfway point of the month. I'm not going to go through any more comments because it's so repetitive after a little bit. It's a lot of the same sentiment, but it's very, I guess, telling where we really are, because as you saw, there's some of those people there that, they're just, oh, I'm tired of seeing this. Why is it a thing? And then the other people there answer why it's a thing or why it needs to be a thing, so that those kind of people don't get to go any further than some of these weird things that they insinuate. See, this was my halfway through June already, and this was actually a edit that I did of myself, my girlfriend Jessica, and a clone trooper Tup cosplayer that we met at Star Wars Celebration. This was actually there, and in the original picture you actually see like people walking by in the main hall. But I did this edit because of the fact that this Tup cosplayer had a pride flag as a cape, and that was kind of cool. So we stopped and took a picture with him, and then, for our halfway through Pride Month, this was the perfect photo to edit for this. And really one where I was trying to draw attention to some local events that we were going to. Me and Jessica were going to see some of our friends at the White Rabbit, and also to point out that even halfway through the month, I was still receiving a lot of weird hate comments. And I thought this one, since I didn't directly say anything about that, and I just tried to, I guess, think more positive and go with equality, tolerance, freedom, more positive thoughts of this is all that's wanted. The comments still ended up racking up. I mean, there's 84. I'd say that 70 of those are negative, probably. But a lot of the reactions were positive still, so it was more so just the vocal minority of people being assholes. Just sad. Overall, though, it's just really been an eye-opening month at, I guess, how, I don't know, bad people still are, or, I don't know, intolerant, unable to accept anything different than themselves, which is really sad that it's still a thing. I don't know, why. I don't know if there's really, like, at this point, the fact that it's still such a pervasive thing, the negativity towards just letting others live their lives without you. Like, why do you need to even do or say some of these hateful things when you're not being affected whatsoever? And a lot of the people that were saying they were, it's usually a gross exaggeration of things, where they're saying, oh, it's in my face all the time. But then someone like myself, who I'm not religious, but I see a church on just about every other corner, but I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. You guys can go to You can go to your church, you can have your beliefs, and I don't have to, which that's the beauty of, freedom. That's the beauty of equality. That's the whole point of this. That's all that I want for everybody. And to me, like, I guess this Pride Month was a wake up call that you can't just sit on the sideline and expect things to happen, because even though there are a lot of people out there that are more open to equality and are more accepting nowadays, there's a lot of those people that are coming out as more blatantly against just individual freedoms now too. So you've got to at least speak up for what you believe in. So this was just me, I guess, going back through and kind of revisiting some of the hate that was received this month, trying to, I guess, get some context or some something out of it. I don't really think I did. I didn't get the locations because since the comments had been hidden for a minute, I guess it didn't allow me to bring them up. That's all right though. That would have taken forever. I only got through maybe 60% of the comments, that I had. And I was scrolling through some of them pretty fast. But I just wanted to give you a taste of it so that you could see that really the work for equality and equal treatment and just people not, I guess, being assholes for no reason to each other is still ongoing. So definitely do your part, support your locals, do what you need to do, and speak up for what you believe in. Thank you for coming out. If you drop in and see this afterwards later, thank you for watching through if you catch this point. And I hope that you support freedom for individual rights, especially in those situations where there's nothing affecting you and that other person practicing what they believe, which is amazing that that's still kind of a debate nowadays. But thanks again. I'll see you guys.